Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the Raiders, and it's all up next.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on. AFC Championship game. Off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And what a great game that was to watch last week, because he put on a show in the wild card round with 5 touchdown passes. So if you ever want to see what a hot quarterback looks like, watch that tape. Let's see if that same hot quarterback shows up in this one.
Carr going to throw right away.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35.
A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards.
That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
First carry for Josh Jacobs.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson. You don't see that a ton, do you, with the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle?
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Chargers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
Escaping the pressure right.
Going to be caught downfield by Dotson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
On first down, it's Herbert.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Here's Herbert.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Jahan Dotson
from 17 yards out.
And the Chargers are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense,
humming here in the early going.
Herbert on 1st down now. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. From the 50, here's Herbert. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. Here's Herbert. Going right back to Dotson. Touchdown, Chargers. Jahan Dotson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? Let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball, those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see teams who were playing before versus the team that had the bye, and they take them on. And how often does that team that had been playing before win game one?
Right.
Almost always, right? Feels that way anyway. When it's a one-shot deal like the NFL, that's critical because now you come in and you've got the momentum. You can take them out in that one game and it's over. And those other ones, that team at home usually gets a chance to recover, and they're usually the better team.
Well, they better halt that momentum on the other side quickly, or this might be their last game. That's caught by Waller out left side. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. The 47-yard.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Carr again. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now Carr. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
They looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another 1st down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On play action, now Carr on the move to his left. Open man, that's Renfro. Touchdown! Hunter Renfro, 28 yards. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Hunter Renfro who capped things off with a touchdown reception. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. Herbert throwing again. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert looking for Dotson. He's got him. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Eckler is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Xander Horvath from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Carr to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in. First down. With that, he's up to 160 yards receiving. But Josh McDaniels, he had his mind made up on that one. He disagrees, and he'll... So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On first down, it's Herbert. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Let's just call it what.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want to check. So the challenge there unsuccessful, and that means that he'll be out of challenges for the remainder of this ball game.
Herbert off of play action.
Out left to Dotson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these 2 have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Odell Beckham from 19 yards away.
And the Chargers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And a rout is on here in this first half. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
That's good.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Another try after the first down sack. Carr.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this first half, it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but well, that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
Play action. It's Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. He completes it to Beckham. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 15.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself now just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So it's on to halftime.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And, you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They've looked good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they've looked.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them because what you talk about as a visiting team is putting the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game? Because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win. And when you're behind, it takes the crowd out of the game. And then the crowd gets a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit frustrated with the home team. And that gives you an extra advantage. So they've done it perfectly. Big lead, put everything back on the home team, and they're capitalizing on it.
And right now, that crowd, silent. Herbert setting up to throw on first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Kingsley Keke
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
All right, let's give them a little bit of applause here. Good for them because this has been a defensive nightmare for them thus far. At least they're finally getting a couple of big plays. Won't make the scoreboard of the ride home easier, but one good moment to watch in film next week.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
On 4th down, Herbert. Able to connect with Dotson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you lose in a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Herbert back to the air. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Jahan Dotson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Carr. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Carr going to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. To throw, it's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And
And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an
Play is
individual.
under review.
The Charger drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the 2nd half.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at their 29-yard line.
Carr. It's caught here by Adams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now Carr again. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. With this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Going to be caught downfield by Dotson.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. On first down, Justin Herbert. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Again, Herbert. And the Raiders have got him. Chandler Jones, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
Throwing now is Carr. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack.
They'll set up to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On first down, Carr.
Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 18-yard line.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, an 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Taken in at the 3. The Chargers offense back out and ready to go. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that will be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one it was over a long time ago.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now it's Herbert. Able to connect with Dotson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raiders heading out to take over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Past the 20.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield.
Personal foul.
Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one?
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Chandler Jones, his 2nd sack of the night. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it.
And, it's incomplete. Oh, it would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
3rd and long, it's Herbert.
Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.